Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And my life went. And you know what happened when I told my ex-boyfriend that, when we started talking during my ex in the beginning relationship? I don't talk to him anymore. But you know what he told me when I told him that? I haven't made a video like this in the longest time ever, but we're gonna get back into this type of video because I don't know, I really like giving advice, you know. And like I said in my other video that I did, like this little segment, my advice talks are just advice and just me talking to you guys. To be honest, I made this like 3 years ago. I wanted to keep continuing it. Ugh. I wanted to keep it going, but it just didn't work out. I'm back, and I will give you guys the advice talks you guys need in your life. All right, so today's advice talk is the fear of getting out there, or fear in general, fear of getting out there after a breakup or losing friends, just fear in general. I really want to touch on breakups, friendships, things, you know. So yeah, and self-confidence. Yes, let's get into the video, I guess. Let's start with the topic of, after a breakup, how do I get out there? How do I meet new people? How do I talk to people? I'm so scared that they're gonna hurt me. The fear of feeling like you're gonna be rejected, or you're not gonna be loved the way you were loved in your previous relationship, or the fear that you think it's gonna be so hard to start over with a brand new person. So in my head, mentally, right, I tell myself, all right, you lived before without the person you're with now. And yeah, when you're in the relationship, you tell yourself, I'm never gonna lose them, I'm gonna be there forever. Like, you give yourself all these ideas and all that without knowing what your future is going to look like. And then you break up. You feel so alone. You feel isolated from everybody because you stopped hanging out with this friend, with that friend, because you focused on your relationship. And that's when your fear comes to kick in. You tell yourself, no one's gonna love me the same. No, I need to wait for him or her because they're gonna text me back. You're holding yourself back because of your own fear of feeling like it's gonna be too hard. When it might be. I'm not gonna lie, it might be hard to start over with somebody that you don't even know, to go out on dates, to do the same things that you did with that other person. It's still gonna be freaking hard, you know? But you live through it. And like, why are we stopping fear from living our life? Like, we have so much life to live, and it's just insane to me that like a lot of people, a lot of women that I've seen, came across, they stop their whole life because of fear. They feel like that one person was gonna give them the world when they weren't. They had to see what the world was like on their own. And that's why, you know, they say some people are just lessons that have to be learned. And it's true. You have to start thinking about yourself, focusing on you, and not let fear take advantage and just have you miss out of your life. Story. So after my last breakup, before my current boyfriend, it was tough because I never had the self-love that I have now. Even before that ex, I had a different ex, and I didn't have the self-love I have now. And now that I think about it, it's like, okay, well, the one thing that was missing was the self-love. And where was that? Like, girl, right? So I stopped myself from doing so many things because I was so fearful that I was going to get rejected somewhere else. I put a wall up in high school. After my last breakup, which was senior year, I was scared because he was, quote unquote, in my head my whole life. And I saw it like that. And I know a lot of girls go through this, trust me, because I had friends that went through this and we didn't even learn, you know. Until now I'm starting to learn. I'm still growing, and we're all gonna grow at different paces, you know. But I felt the need of always being there for that person. I felt the obligation to always care for them, to make sure that they were okay, that their parents were okay with that person. And my friend would see me like, girl, you're crazy, you know, like, why are you doing all this when you're not getting the same in return? It was more about that person, and nothing about me. But that's what I liked about that relationship, because I was going through so much, you know. Before I had, was still, you know, in Hispanic like family, you're never gonna have a healthy relationship with everybody. There's always gonna be a little bit of toxicity in just family relations in general. And that's how I felt. It was just very overwhelming, and I would rather deal with my ex's problems than my own. And I just had so many demons to fight, and he did too. But in my head I was like, I'd rather have to fight those demons with him than have to fight my own. And that's just how I saw it. After the breakup, I felt like I had nothing at all. And I was just like, damn, like, I need to focus on my problems now. I can't run away anymore. Like, I need to focus on this, because if I don't grow from it, or when I don't learn to forgive, then what the hell is gonna happen to me? You know, I'm just gonna live in regret. And that's how I lived for a while. And the thing is that my current boyfriend and I started dating right after my last relationship, which was really hard for me and my boyfriend, because our first year was hell. I started texting my ex-boyfriend for a little bit in the beginning of my relationship with my boyfriend, and I didn't see it as disrespectful. I didn't see it as none of that, because I was still fearful that if I lost my ex, I wouldn't have anybody to rely on. What I didn't see is that my current boyfriend was there regardless of anything that I did. And now, yeah, I learned from that, and I'm just like, wow, like, that makes so much sense, you know. And it was just so chaotic at the time. Our first year was not the best year. We had a lot of arguments. We did a lot of things that I wouldn't wish on any other relationship. But the one thing that he always did was stand by me. And I just didn't have that in my previous relationship. My previous relationship was like, oh, well, we're mad at each other, we're gonna break up. And well, duh, that's like a high school relationship. You guys know that, right? I was just so fearful of like losing that person, that I wasn't gonna be the same me, and I was gonna have to focus on my demons. And just, it was just a lot for me personally. So after that, I had to learn to grow, self-love, do all that. And I was lucky to have someone there with me to grow together and just figure out what I wanted with somebody else, right? Now, I mean, it's not that I wouldn't mind, not that I wouldn't care and I would be like, fuck you, you know, like if me and my boyfriend broke up, but I feel more independent. I would feel more if I were to leave him or he were to leave me, I wouldn't feel that urge of, oh my god, I have to text him, I need to be there. Like, no. You know why? Because he's my, I don't know how to explain this. He's my boyfriend, but not my owner. And I shouldn't owe him anything at all. And he doesn't owe me anything at all. And that's how I did not see it in my previous relationship. I was just, no, like, I was always there for him. I need to be there for him forever. Like, I need to check up on him. And I did so many fucking cringy things, guys. Like, oh, I don't even want to fucking start, okay? But I did care about that person so much that it made me fear for what my future was gonna look without them. And it just didn't let me move on. I didn't move on from that relationship for a while, you know, like, not the relationship in general. I felt like I just needed him to be there as a friend. I didn't want him to be my boyfriend again, because that relationship was just not the best. I was toxic, he was toxic, we both had shit going on, and we were just not good for each other in that sense as a relationship, but we were great as friends. He would tell me his problems and I would help him out in every way I could. But as a relationship, I don't think I would ever go back. And now I can't be even his friend anymore, because I feel like if I ever go back to that, it would just be the same thing again. And I would just feel like, damn, like, I have to be there for that person. Like, I would put him over myself again. So after we broke up, my grades were horrible. Senior year, I didn't care about school, and I wanted to care so bad. Like, now that I go back and I'm just like, I missed out on so much that I could have done. I could have put my grades up. I could have gone to university right after high school. I could have applied to this. I could have done this, and I didn't. And my life went. And you know what happened when I told my ex-boyfriend that, when we started talking during my ex in the beginning relationship? I don't talk to him anymore. But you know what he told me when I told him that? He said, well, that's not my problem. That was your own decision to make. And I was like, shit, you know, it came in through my head, and I was like, bro, he's fucking right. I held myself back. He didn't. He was not the one that was holding me from the fucking hand, you know, pulling me, telling me, hey, don't do that, don't do this, don't go to class, you know, like, ditch this. Like, no, I did that on my own. I put myself in that situation. Why did I do that? Why did I have to go ahead and be like, you know what, let me not go to class, let me go ditch, let me not turn in those assignments? I don't give a fuck. That was my mood, because I thought he was my life and I was gonna spend eternity with him. And look at me now, bitch, where the fuck he at? You know, like, it just got to my head. I was like, wow, like, he's so right. I let my own fear of, you know, failure and not being able to succeed after life without him actually turn into that in that moment. Now I'm doing great. Yes, I'm doing everything I can to succeed, going to school. I took off a year and a half of school after high school, and it's not bad, you know. For me, it was the most horrible thing I could have done, because I spent my whole time working, and I hated my first job. I hated it. But I came to learn that the fear of losing someone, or the fear of just not having that person, basically, right? Losing someone, like I said, like, it was taking toll on everything. It decided my year and a half that I took off of school. I told myself I wasn't good enough, because he's the one that broke up with me. I was like, well, if he doesn't love me, then nobody will, then I'm not good enough. And when I would tell my boyfriend that, like my current boyfriend, be like, no, like, how do you even love me? Like, he didn't love me enough to stay. Like, he chose something else. Let's say he chose a substance for, like, instead of me, instead of the person that would help him with his problems and be there for him anytime he wanted, he chose something else. How am I good enough? The fear of not being good enough is the most horrible thing you can have ever. And side note, you are good enough, okay? Like, no matter what the fuck he or she or they tell you, you're freaking amazing. And I know it's fucking hard to get that through your head, but it's true. Like, it took me so long to think that I'm good enough and I should prioritize myself. I would always tell myself, no, like, you're not good enough. Like, he broke up with you. Like, this person, like, doesn't even like you. Like, middle fingers up to them. Like, you don't need those people to live, okay? You don't. You really don't. So just live your freaking life without fear of feeling like you're gonna be neglected, rejected from other people. This also, moving on now, this also went into my zone of comfort. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to make friends. I felt like an outcast. One, I've always been weird. If you know me, I've been fucking weird since the beginning, okay? I try to make people laugh. I try to dance. I try to do all this crazy shit to bring other people happiness. Does it work for me? Yeah, sometimes it makes me happy. It does make me happy seeing other people happy. But I navigated my life through making other people happy, not myself. You know, and I've always been weird. I've always been an outcast. I've never been that girl that guys would want to be like, ooh, you know, she's fucking cute. Like, let me hit her up, you know? Like no. And one, I do value myself, so I did always respect myself. I was never like, oh yeah, you know, like that type of girl to be like on every guy, you know. But I was, and if you were like that, then cheers for you, because you shouldn't give a fuck what other people think, okay? Don't care what I think, don't care what Juanita thinks, don't care what Pablo thinks. Like, don't give a fuck, because then you're gonna live with the regret of not doing what you wanted to do. And that's what I live with now. I'm like, damn, I should have hit him up. Damn, I should have done this. Like, for what? You know, like, the fear held me back from doing so many things, or feeling like I was gonna be way too much of a weirdo to do that, you know. When I was younger, people would call me weird. I'm not even gonna lie. They'd be like, damn, you're weird. Damn, you talk loud. Damn, you talk like this. Like, and now I'm just like, bro, like, why the fuck did I care? Why did I insist of caring so much and telling myself, oh damn, like, you need to control yourself because nobody's gonna talk to you? And after this last relationship, it was the same exact thing. The fear of, one, being rejected by any other person, including girls, just hit me. I was like, damn, like, if he didn't want me, he didn't even want to be my friend after the breakup, then who the fuck is gonna be my friend? Who the hell is gonna be there for me? And yeah, I had like one amazing friend that would help me see through things, and I would help her see through things, and at the end we're not friends, you know, anymore. But I still deeply adore her for like what she did and what she told me to do in certain scenarios. That one might have been the best choice, one might have been not the best choice, but I did it, and now I'm here. And everybody that was in my life before or is in my life now, I'm so grateful for them. Yeah, guys, that was Vice Talk for this day. I was debating between a lot of themes, a lot of things that I want to talk about, because I've been through hella shit that, you know, I didn't really elaborate a lot in certain aspects of the stories and stuff, but I want to at one point, and some things I'm just still not ready to talk about. But when I'm ready, I will definitely come and talk to you guys about it. Yeah, this was the fear of getting out there after breakups, any type of relationship, things, and friendships. I know it's hard to lose people. Trust me. It's really hard to feel like you have somebody there at one moment and then not have that person there. But we all could do it. We lived before them, we'll live after. Don't let the fear of having someone there just define you, you know. You don't need anybody there. You don't. You just have to learn to love yourself and appreciate who you are. And not really take anything like what they are or who they are with you as a sign of, damn, without them I'll feel like the most horrible person, I won't feel the same. No, like, just live life. If you have a boyfriend, great, you know, amazing. Your self-love should always come first, and your boyfriend, girlfriend, they should always encourage that. They shouldn't be like, no, you have to love me first. No, honey, no. Yes, you love them, but you have to love yourself so you can prioritize what you need, and also you can have self-respect for what you want, not always put them first. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was a little long. I am trying to edit it as much as possible. I will try to. I have so many great topics for our next Vice Talk, and if you stay through this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, do all you gotta do, dude, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.